abundance of things like horses and cows and stuff like that. They can survive on that. But as you can see, we have some dinosaur bones. As we go towards the mine, like you see, we have this Apatosaurus mutualis gas.
It is is it? Oh, you're right. A basalt, igneous rock. So what is igneous?
This here is our moon rock. Usually, in every tour, I get the question, what's the most expensive piece in the museum? Before this piece came, it was a tough question. I didn't know. After this piece came, it's always been this. So this piece actually came back to the Earth on Apollo 15. It's the third to last Apollo mission. We used to have another piece that's on loan right now. So it is the only moon rock on display now. But the cool thing about this is, upstairs we looked at all the cool gems, we talked about kind of their value to society. Down here we're going to talk a little bit more about the science of things. So, moon rocks are really important to scientists. At this point, there's no real use to them in building stuff. They're not going to use it to go out and build nice fountains. That would just be overall a gigantic mistake, a very expensive mistake too. But what scientists can do is we can actually look at these pieces and get an idea actually about the Earth, shockingly enough, despite the fact that they're from the moon. The current thought is that at some point the moon actually was part of the Earth. Another gigantic, another Earth-sized planet, maybe Mars-sized, collided with the proto-Earth and caused some issues, and these got up into orbit and then they turned into the moon. That means if the moon came from the Earth, the stuff that the moon is made of can tell us a lot about what the Earth used to be like way, way, way back. And the other really cool thing about it is that when you're looking at Earth, the Earth is, for us it's really nice. We love the Earth. It's got water, it's got oxygen, it's got sunlight, there are plants. Unless you're an astronaut, all your friends are here, that sort of thing. But on the moon, that stuff doesn't exist. And really, with the exception of friends, because all rocks need friends, rocks don't really like being on the surface of the Earth. The surface is their worst nightmare, because when you have oxygen, you have water, you have plants, vegetation, that's all going to mean that your lifespan is really reduced when you're a rock. Especially oxygen. It really reacts heavily with minerals. But as I mentioned, none of that stuff is on the moon. So when a rock is sitting on the surface, nothing happens. It can sit there for a year, it can sit there for 10 years, it can sit there for a million years. Unless it gets hit by a very small meteorite, nothing's going to happen to it. So the pieces in this case were on the surface of the moon. They didn't dig anything, they didn't mine it up. And some of these pieces, some of the crystals we've dated to be billions of years old. So that's incredible. And that gives us a lot of ideas of what's happened to a whole area, as well as what the Earth used to be. So that's why these are really cool. Plus, it's really cool that we went there in the first place. So it's like the ultimate souvenir. I'd rather have this than a hat for a t-shirt. So that is our moon rock. And we'll talk about some of the same stuff and go look at the meteorites, and that would be